Well, hello there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on various platforms. I'm so excited about that so that I can talk to all of you going live too in YouTube right now. So, hello, each and every one of you. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope to be with you on a daily basis. And today we're going to talk about, is he the one? Well, I get that question a lot. I do have some footage of me on a television show talking about that, how to figure out if the person is the one. And listen, if you're a gentleman watching me, we have a lot of wise courtship men. So if you're a gentleman watching me, you can reverse this sentence, say, is she the one? Because it's so important to find that out. And here at Wise Courtship, what we try to do, and there's the book. Am I on the right side there? No, that's it. I got to get used to this. Right back there. See the book, the red one, Wise Courtship. What I try to teach in Wise Courtship, first of all, I believe that Wise Courtship is a relationship insurance policy. We get insurance policies over our lives. We get insurance policies over things that we think may go wrong. And the wonderful thing about Wise Courtship, getting that book and reading that book, the wonderful thing about that is that the more information you get, because it's a practical guide, it will help you prepare for your upcoming relationship and kind of make it disaster proof in a way, okay? Because you're able to figure out all of the things that could go wrong or whatever, and see those red flags way ahead of time before connecting with someone else. And so it's so very, very important. So I think I got a few little notifiers up here, and if you want to know more about Wise Courtship, make sure you go to my website, which is www.wisecourtship.com. Okay, make sure you check us out over there. I would really be excited to have you part of that. Now, I know that many of you have been used to be talking about business advice as well, but I want to be able to kind of like vacillate between relationships and businesses because, that's all me. And on Sundays, a lot of times I will come on with some faith-based stuff as well. So I like to do what I like to do on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, let's see if anybody's up early this morning. Hello to each and every one of you. And thank you guys for watching me on the various platforms. So it is really, really important to figure out if this person is right for you. So I'm going to grab Wise Courtship, which I usually kind of keep in the background, but I'm going to grab this. The reason why I think this is so important, this is just not about selling a book. This is about the fact that it is a practical guide. It has information in here that you can utilize right away. And so many people, this went into its second edition. And so you're going to look for the one that has the heart. Of course, you can get it on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, and you can go to wisecourtship.com. But it was so important for me to write something that was practical, something that you could put into practice right away. That was very, very important for me to do that. Because listen, when we get into these relationships, if you're not prepared and that person comes along and you think they're quite dreamy and wonderful and all that, you're not thinking about me. You're like, Toni who? Wise Courtship what? And here we show you things to look out for. Although I know that a lot of people that follow Wise Courtship are some very wise people. And we know that it's not all about the looks, okay? It's not all about the money and all of that. No matter how much you try to make it about that, no matter how much you try to glorify that, at the end of the day, we all want to feel like we're loved. At the end of the day, when the lights go out and we're all by ourselves, we want to be loved and appreciated. And you may go in for the looks and the money at first, but it won't matter if you're getting a lot of hell in your household. And so we do attract a lot of mature people in the areas of relationship who tired of all kind of crazy stuff. They want to know if this person is really right for me. And so what that does, the Wise Courtship philosophy and reading that book, it trains you to look with new eyes. So in other words, it's almost like putting on glasses, putting these glasses on, and now you can see so clearly the things that you need to see. Because quite honestly, people who have been in relationships before and really have gone through it, They are so much wiser now. They're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I didn't see this and I didn't see that. So the way you know that a person is for you is when facts and feelings, and I believe for those who are faith-based, faith all come together. Okay, but you got to get them facts and feelings together. All right, it can't just be all feelings. You got to get some facts with that, because you can feel lovey-dovey and all that inside, and they're not letting you in closer to them, and you're not paying attention to that because you're so in love until that feeling starts to settle down, and it will. Okay, I don't care how much you're in love with the person. I've been married for 26 years. I'm in love, but that feeling settles down, and then you start to see the person for who they are. So it's so really important to get wise courtship, get immersed in the wise courtship philosophy, so that you would be really, really good at distinguishing whether or not this person really is for you. Because people can say a whole lot of things. They can make it, sound really good. You go on that first date and what you're hearing sounds great. But let's go back to the first date for a moment, because sometimes when people really get to the first date, they're either concerned with one or two things. They're either concerned with free food or free sex. And that's what we've reduced ourselves down to in general. I'm not talking about you specifically, but in general, we've reduced ourselves down to that. And if it's not us, maybe sometimes it's the person that's connecting with us. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. And if you have comments or questions about relationships, go ahead and put that in the chat, please. And so we've reduced ourselves down to that, so much so that people care more about their money than they even do their own bodies and who they're connected with. And I'm saying we got to reverse that, guys. We've got to value ourselves enough that we do the work we need to do up front. Okay. And so when you're on those dates, you shouldn't be so concerned with eating. Yeah, you want a nice meal, and you shouldn't be so concerned with what you're going to get from it, instead of just sitting down and really getting to know the person that's across from you. Now, I will say this, that there are some people, no matter what I say, they're in it to get something. They're not there to give. They're not there to try to actually have a relationship. They want to get their sex and get out. They want to get their free gifts and get out, their free food and get out. But your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to weed them out, to figure out what they're there for, okay? And so that's what the wise courtship philosophy, right back there, that's what that trains you to do. And it's not theory, okay? It is something that you can put into practice right away. There's 3 steps that I suggest people go through so that you can figure out if this person is the one for you. And so I'm going to be right back and talk about this a little further right after this.
Are you subscribed to the Wise Courtship Philosophy? Then you need to get your Wise Courtship gear at the Wise Courtship store. Go to bit.ly/Wise Courtship store. All the letters are lowercase. They make amazing gifts from children, adults, men and women, jewelry, hats, cell phone cases, t-shirts, and more. Represent Wise Courtship by going to bit.ly/Wise Courtship store.
All right, darlings, welcome back. It all boils down to, and I'm just going to be really honest with you. And thank you guys for joining. Thank you so much. And some of your comments, I don't get until late, but I will answer the comments. And if you have specific questions and you want me to do a video or a live stream on that, please put that in the description or in the comment box, and I will try to do that for you. Okay. But what it boils down to at the end of the day is, how much do you value yourself? And what's amazing about this whole wise courtship movement is, when I first wrote the book, I wrote it from the premise that you are ready. You've done all the work. You've gotten yourself together. You know exactly what you want and all that kind of stuff. You got your issues and your baggage dealt with, and now you're ready to choose someone. But when I went on the road to speak and I traveled, I had done a Love Again tour where I traveled from coast to coast, actually. And then I had a book tour. And then I had several conferences, of course, that I did. And as I began to travel throughout, and also even with some of my international connections through live stream and different things, and also coaching. What I found is that not everybody's ready. They think they're ready, but not everybody's ready. And I do a free Zoom workshop every first and third Saturdays. So in order to find out about that, you need to go to my I think I put it on my Wise Courtship page, but if not, go to Wise Courtship Facebook page, and I do post it there as well. I did a 5-part series, Are You Ready for a Relationship? And the things we cover, people find out that they're really not ready. And there's some people who are, but there are some things that they deal with, either some past baggage, from their childhood, or there is a need to get but not give. There's also a belief system that what they really desire is not out there, or there's a belief system that they have about women, or a belief system they have about men. And so I found that there's a lot more work to do. And I have found that a lot of us really have devalued our worth. And so men and women. And so you want to check that, because when you devalue yourselves, this opens the door for a lot of drama, a lot of issues that you don't want to do, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of hurt. And so if you want to know if this person is the one, really, you got to do a lot of work within, and then utilize that 3-step system that I'm showing you back there. Utilize that. Get the book and utilize the 3-step system. And you're going to be on a fast track to connecting with the person that you are supposed to be with. And I'm always constantly checking my time, because I don't want to make this video, this broadcast too long. Well, dear ones, we have just about a couple of minutes left. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining. We are, and I know you may be watching this even in the future, but at the time that I am broadcasting, we're just a few days away from a new year. And so I want to say Happy New Year to each and every one of you, although I plan on coming on tomorrow. But I want to say Happy New Year to you. And I want you to go into a new season, a new era of your life where you can love without limits. You are feeling so comfortable with the person that you have selected, because you know you have done the work, what I call the relationship insurance policy. You've gone through the Wise Courtship philosophy, the 3-step system, to help you have better eyes to see if he or she is the one for you. Well, I've got to go. I got to go. But listen, you can visit me on the web at www.wisecourtship.com. There it is. Let me do it again. I'm all over social media as Wise Courtship or Toni Henderson-Mayers. All you have to do is Google me. Maybe I should have did this. I don't really like this thing that takes over, so I guess I won't do that. And so all you have to do is Google me. Just know that I love you guys, and there's nothing you can do about it. And remember, I'm Toni, and I help you detect a lover worth living with. Bye. Well, hello there, each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and ring that bell. Click it for me so that you will know anytime I upload a new video.